All right. YouTube, what's going on? What's going on? Appreciate y'all watching videos. Hold on, y'all. Oh, God. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what's going on? All right, we're good. We got sound. YouTube, what's going on? All right, we're good. We got sound. All right. But anyway, YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching videos. What's going on? Now I gotta wait for everybody to come back into this video. But anyway, in this video, I'm gonna talk about some stuff. What's good on the Sunday? What's good on the Sunday? I mean, I'm doing doing paperwork. You running a truck and trailer, you gotta do paperwork. And so I was sitting up here, I was like, man, let me do a video. And I've been trying to figure out ways to you know, deliver content. So I figure I'll get my whiteboard here. Um, and I'll use this whiteboard and it'll help me get my ideas out of my head. Exclamation thought said, did you get some Bitcoin? No, I ain't got no Bitcoin, man. I ain't got no Bitcoin. Um, what's that noise over here? Graduate CDL school on Thursday. You graduate CDL? Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. So you watching my videos, it's gonna help you get your trucking financial life together. Okay. I don't do a bunch of videos talking about back end maneuvers and trip planning. It's a lot of guys on YouTube that do that, but my channel is mostly devoted towards like um general economics, household economics, business economics, stuff like that. So self-made transportation. What's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Where you been? Self-made transportation. What's going on? But in this video, I'm gonna talk about some stuff. In this video, I'm gonna talk about what I'm gonna talk about in this video. $5,000 a week. That's what I'm gonna talk about. $5,000 a week. Okay, that's what I'm gonna talk about. I know some of y'all driving reefer, so in the reefer game, you probably getting six. If you running a reefer, you probably getting eight. I'm talking to guys who got a reefer trailer. They doing about eight during the busy season. They pulling produce, they pulling frozen foods and mostly produce. Um, Produce is a high risk commodity. Strawberries, blueberries. You got a high risk of getting a claim with this stuff because you know um, I used to pull reefer back in the day, and just I used to pull reefer back in the day. I pulled a little bit of it. I ran reefer for about a year, something like that. And I didn't pull too much of it. I ran reefer probably hot minute for a year. On the company side, I was a company driver. Okay, I was a company driver. All right, so I didn't know what the company is making, but from my experience, I used to run for a company. They used to run cheese. We used to run avocados, bread, um, um, I used to run some green peppers. Uh, this is a long time ago now. This is a long time ago. I've been in this business almost 13 years now. So I'm going back like 10, 11, 12 years. This is right when I got into trucking. It was like 2 years. I was my about the 2 year mark. I was pulling reefer for a hot minute. So we was pulling cheese. We were pulling. I'm trying to think of the stuff I was pulling. I ran some hamburger patties. I pulled that. I pulled it wasn't a lot of reefer, but I talked to guys on the self-employed side, guys on the independent side who got their own truck and trailer. I'm talking to guys who getting up in this area in that six, seven, $8,000 range, 9,000 a week. Okay, with a reefer. Now with this reefer on the independent side, you paying more insurance for that. Okay, you paying more insurance. So you making money, but this money isn't always consistent. From what I've been talking to guys with reefer, this isn't consistent. It's up and down, because it's commodity. It's you pulling broccoli and stuff like that, and that stuff coming right out the field, right on the truck, and they put ice on top of the product, and you got to take it straight to the customer. Okay, and so um this this number isn't always consistent, but you get it. I've been talking to guys, they get it, pulling ice cream, pulling ice cream. You running freight like at -5 and -10, you know what I'm saying? So, but for me, I pull drive in. So I don't want to mumble too much about that. I pull drive in. So this is the number I'm hovering around. I'm hovering around 4, 5, 6, 7,000 a week. Like my best weeks are like 7, right? But I can pretty much count on $5,000 every week. Reefer 5 to 8K, right? With drive in, like this past week, I did 7,000 this past week, but I worked the whole week. I worked from Monday to Sunday. That was 7 days. So I did 7,000. It was like once I calculated all the loads I did about 6,800. But if I run Monday to Friday, I can easily do about 5,500 somewhere in there and get home. So with that being said, with that being said, and I'm running down here in the South. I don't go too much in the Midwest too much. Okay. Um, I'm mostly running in the South. I'm running I'm running um Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, and that's about pretty much it right there. That's what I've been running for the last 2 years or so. Um, that's what I've been running, and I could do more. I could make more, but I'd be trying to find a balance of home time, free time, fun time, personal time, and making some money, right? Okay. So my point is, okay, in my videos, I be talking in my videos. I got a bunch of videos, right? I got a bunch of videos. So talking about retirement, I got a bunch of videos talking about, you know, putting money back into your savings and stuff like that, putting money back for maintenance and put back money for retirement. And if you got kids, you got to put money back for kids, for kids, man. You got to buy them school clothes, you got to buy them all kind of stuff. You're not spending all this money, okay? you're not spending all this money. Get my calculator. Got my calculator here. I know y'all don't like to use calculators, but I use calculators. Okay. So you run in a truck and like I'm getting to a point where all my equipment is gonna be paid off. Okay. So my truck is paid for. All I got is my trailer payment. Okay. So my trailer payment is 600 a month. You know, that's my trailer payment, 600 a month. Um, um, that's my trailer payment. Now some of y'all be like, what? 600 a month? Yeah. But if you making $5,000 a week, that's 20 grand a month. 600 a month ain't nothing. It's nothing. Okay. That's only 165 a week. Okay. One, my marker going bad. My bad, y'all. My marker's going bad. Okay, that's 165. This marker going bad too. That's 165 a week from a trailer payment. Now I do things by the week, so it's because I can better manage my numbers that way. Okay, 165 a week from a trailer. My insurance is 1,065 a month. Okay, thousand. I'm putting this in my calculator. Divided by, hold on, 1,065 a month divided by 4. So my authority insurance is 266 a week. Okay. And so my fixed expenses just for equipment, you know, 5,065 minus 266. So we looking at $4,569. All right. Now that's fixed expenses. Okay. To make that $5,000 a week, how hard do we got to run to make that $5,000 a week? Because if I find out how hard I have to run to make that 5,000, that's going to tell me how much fuel I burn to make this money. Okay. So I've been keeping up with my numbers. I've been averaging about $2 a mile, roundabout $2 a mile. Okay. So to make 5,000, I'm gonna do 5,000 divide $2 a mile. That's pretty much I'm running 2,500 miles, roundabout 2,200 to 2,500 miles a week, right? So I'm gonna do so if I'm doing 2,500 miles, I'm gonna do 2,500 miles divided by 7. My truck gets 7 miles to the gallon. Okay, my truck gets 7 miles to the gallon. All right. No, I ain't got OI insurance. I got Lancer insurance. I got Lancer insurance. So this is like a sidebar. This is a sidebar. Okay, 2,500 miles divided by 7. That's gonna give you how many gallons of fuel that you burn. I'm gonna divide that. Okay, and it's gonna give me 357 gallons. 357 gallons. You see that? 357 gallons. I've been getting fuel for about 205, $2 a gallon. I've been running loads out of South Carolina, so I've been getting that Carolina fuel and been running loads. Anytime I go into South Carolina, I'm gonna fill up. I pretty much plan my routing so where I'll be my fuel will be like at a quarter of a tank in South Carolina, So when I get into South Carolina, I'm filling up, getting that cheap fuel. I'm getting fuel for like $1.90, $1.95 a gallon. So I'm gonna take this right here, 3.95, 357. I'm sorry, times what I said. I was getting fuel for. I'm gonna say $2 a gallon, right? So this means I'm spending $714 in fuel. $714 in fuel to make this 5,000 right here. It's more or less. It could be more, it could be less, but this is just a number. So I can move along in this video so y'all can see how I'm getting these numbers. At what speed I'm running. About 65 miles an hour. 65. I don't run that fast. When I book my loads, I give myself plenty of time to get there, and I'm not in a hurry. So I mean, I be in my truck. I set the cruise at 65. Everybody be flying. So this to make this 5,000, I'm right around $700 a week. Okay, 700 a week in fuel. So I'm gonna do 7. So I'm gonna minus this. Some more expenses right here. I'm gonna go back to my calculator. 45.69 minus 714. 38. 38.55. So we haven't accounted for like maintenance. We haven't accounted for taxes. We just accounted for fixed expenses to get the truck to go down the road. Because you do have a few other pennies in here that you got to account for. You got your ELD. The ELD is paid for. ELD is paid for. ELD is $260 a month, $260 a year. That's paid for. Okay. But if you want to do it by the month, by the week, so 260 divide 52, that comes out to $5 a week. Okay. So I'm not gonna really count that because it's a small number. Okay. You know, you can make up $5 in like getting a fuel discount, or you can save. I mean, it's a lot of ways to save $5 in a week. It's just easy. You just got to find the money somewhere. So I'm not really going to count your ELD. If there isn't a bunch of money, I pay maybe 50, $60 a quarter for IFTA. It's not a bunch of money. It's not even worth calculating in here. It's not worth accounting for that. But so we're looking at with fixed expenses. The fixed expenses, the big expenses is the equipment, insurance, and some of you guys who pull in reefer, your insurance is going to be more, okay, because you pull in reefer, and reefer it's got a higher. I pull drive-in, so my insurance is cheaper, and then it depends on your equipment. If you have expensive equipment, if you got $100,000 truck, your insurance is going to be more because your physical damage is going to be more. So this number may be different for a lot of you guys. Okay. Your trailer, if you got a reefer trailer, your trailer about 40, 50,000 anyway. So this is more money for reefer trailers. If you got a good used reefer trailer for about 20, 25,000, it's about the same amount of money as a reefer. But you guys who pull in reefer, you have higher maintenance because you gotta maintain that reefer unit. Okay, so you gotta maintenance that reefer unit. You gotta change the oil on it, blah 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 blah. Right? You know, so your numbers, guys who pull reefer, maybe a little bit more than this or less because you might have older equipment. So it just depends. Then guys getting as much as flats on the spot market. Yeah, but as independent guys, you really have no control over the rates. The only thing us independents got control of is this stuff right here. We got control over equipment. We don't have much control over insurance. Not really, kind of. We kind of do, because your insurance is dependent on the type of equipment that you get, right? So if you got an old Freightliner Columbia, you can self-insure a Freightliner Columbia. Okay, if your Freightliner Columbia is your Freightliner Columbia is your Freightliner Columbia is 20,000. No, that's too much. Say your Freightliner Columbia is 10,000. That's what it's worth. And you got an old reefer trailer. It's worth, I don't know, 15. Okay. You got an old reefer trailer. It's worth 15. This is $25,000 worth of equipment right here. You can put this money in the bank. You can just put $25,000 in the bank, or you can put $25,000 in the index fund. Okay. You can just put an index fund. Okay. Index fund. You can just put this money in the index fund. Okay. A Fidelity index fund. Just put this money and just let it sit there and self-insure your equipment for physical damage. Just self-insure it. Okay. And then and so if you got older equipment, all you got to do is carry, you don't have to carry physical damage, because physical damage is expensive. Okay. And you don't want to be making claims against your insurance, the small carriers, because the insurance carrier can drop you at any time if you got too many claims. If somebody running into your truck and tear your hood off, you don't want to make a claim on a $10,000 truck. Just pay out of pocket. Just keep $25,000 in the index fund. And the index fund, this index fund gonna be making 8%. 8% on this 25,000. That's, it, like, say if you running your truck for 5 years and you never have an accident, this 25 grand is making you 8% just sitting there. You can self-insure. So that's my opinion on that. So all you got to do is carry the 1 million, and 100,000 and 100,000 in cargo. If you running by yourself, that's all you need right there for your authority. And then self-insure physical damage, windshields, little fender benders and stuff like that. You don't need to be making a claim every time somebody run your hood off, because you got an older truck. You got a 2004 Columbia. Don't worry about it, man. So you can self-insure this instead of getting all this insurance. All you need is the million and 100,000 in cargo to pull freight. So that's my opinion on that. But anyway, so back to what we was talking about. So these fixed expenses is average expenses. Okay, these are, so your average drive-in guy with these kind of expenses is taking home about 38, 36, 37, 3,900, anywhere from $35 to $4,000 a week. If you're doing this, if you're doing 5,000 a week. Okay. And so now we're gonna get to the nuts and bolts. We're gonna get to the truth. Like, I pay myself a $700 a week salary. I just have $700 a week automatically transferred from my business account to my personal. That's my salary. And that $700 a week, that's what I use to pay my house bills. Okay. I pay my house bills. I pay light bill. I buy groceries, the water bill, clothes, and stuff like that. Okay. $700 a week. Okay. Minus 700. All right. 38, 55 minus 700. So now you got $3,100. You got $3,100 to work with. $3,155 to work with. Okay. This is my salary. This is what I, After that, now you got 3155 left over. You got maintenance. Okay. I put back 400 a week for maintenance. Okay. I put back taxes. I don't really worry about taxes because I have other investments that kind of eliminate my tax bill, my tax burden. So I don't really worry about taxes. I really don't worry about taxes. But for some of you guys who don't have like real estate or nothing like that, or if you don't have um, other businesses outside of trucking that kind of eliminate your tax burden, you probably gonna want to put back 10% for taxes. Okay, and so 10% is 10% is what, about $300. 10% of 3,000 is $300 times point. Hold on, 3,155 times. Yeah, it's $300. 315. Yeah, you just move to zero. Just you just move to zero. $315. So um so now um you got so you put $400 back for maintenance. Okay. You put, what else we got? Maintenance, 3,000. What are you teaching, big? I'm teaching. I'm not. I'm teach. I'm trying. I'm talking. Well, what I'm about to. I'm talking about investing. That's what I'm getting to. I'm helping guys see their money because guys don't know their numbers, this basic math, to be able to invest. Okay, I'm getting to investing, but I have to count the numbers so we can know how much money we got to invest. Okay, so that's, you know, Jeffrey Light said, "What are you teaching big money for my friend?" You a trip. I'm teaching. About to get to the investing part. So we got I put $400 back in for maintenance. Now, like I said before, you can put $400. You can put $400 a week into an index fund, index or a mutual fund. Mutual fund, index or mutual fund. Okay. An index or mutual fund could earn anywhere from about 9 to 10%. 9% to 10%. Okay. So if you're putting this money back here, now this isn't retirement. Okay. This isn't retirement. This is a plain old regular brokerage account. Okay. This is a taxable brokerage account. And you can pick these up at Schwab, T. Rowe Price, Fidelity, and you just have money go from here to this account, right? And so when it's time to buy a new truck, you have cash to do it. Okay, if you do this, say you do this in 12 months, say you do this in a year, 400 a week, 400 a week times 52. This will be 20,800 bucks. $800 in this index fund that's earning 9 10%. I'd rather you do an index fund because these are cheap. The maintenance on these accounts are real low. I wouldn't do a mutual fund. I would do a mutual fund, but the expense ratio has to be real low. I'll do it. Okay. But I usually go for cheap index funds. And you can make 8, 9, 10%. And this money is just sitting there. It's sitting there waiting for tires. Okay. You can easily spend $4 grand on tires. $4 grand on tires. Okay. Remember I was talking about you can self-insure physical damage if you got older equipment. And if you're doing this for 2 years, if you do this for 2 years, this is 40 grand right here. You do this for 2 years, it's 40 grand here. This 40 grand is making 9-10% compounded. In 2 years, you could easily have, okay, in 2 years, you can easily have, if you put in your own money, if you put in 40,000 and you earning 9-10%, what my compound interest calculator? Compound interest calculator. Hold on, y'all. I'm pulling up my compound interest calculator. Okay, principal amount 20,000, 24 months, 10%. So so yeah, you could make additional like $10,000 just for the money sitting here. I don't know too many savings account that you know that you can put in 2 years that you can make 10,000. So if you got 40,000, hold on, y'all. If you got 40,000 sitting in the index fund, you could have additional 10,000 in growth. That 10 this 40,000 could make 10 this 40,000 can make 10,000. So you really have 50,000 after 2 years. Cuz you this account made 10,000. Okay? So that's what you can do with that. That's kind of like a sidebar. That's a sidebar. But for the sake of this video, we're talking about a week right here. Weekly. This is a week. Okay. I'm sorry, this thing is crooked. It's crooked. Okay. 3155 minus 400. 3155 minus 400 is 2755. All right. That's what we got left after maintenance. You done paid yourself a salary, 700 a week. You can pay whatever you want to pay yourself, 8, 9, 1,000, whatever. Okay. Pay yourself a salary. We got fuel. This is fuel right here. Fuel. This number could be 6, 7, 800 a week, somewhere in there, 1,000. You guys who pull in reefer, you guys got to fuel up your reefer trailer. So it's maybe add on another 200-300 to that. And then you got your equipment insurance. So after all our expenses are paid for, we got 2755 left. Okay. You want to borrow my whiteboard? You crazy. Y'all a trip. So this is what we got left. 2,700 after all our truck bullshit is paid for, right? So what can we do with this money? What can we do with this money? What can we do with this money? We got 2,700. What can we do with 2,700 a week? Okay, it's a lot of things we can do with it. Okay, we can invest it. Okay, we can invest. What else we can do? We can invest. Let's see. We can invest in mutual funds. Index funds. What else? Real estate. What else? Stocks. Like exclamation thought say he said Bitcoin. Bitcoin. What else? What else? Bitcoin, gold. I don't advocate gold, but it's an investment we can invest in. Okay. 27.55 a week. Go ahead and write Bitcoin on the board for put 24s on the whip. Okay. 24s on the Chevy. Okay. 24s on the Chevy. Put 24s on the Chevy. Oh man. That's not investment though. That's not investment. Okay. Well, if you've been watching my videos, you know with 2,700 of money left over, you know, some Jordans, some Jordans. But we want this money to work for us. Because eventually we want to get out the truck, man. We want to retire. Okay. Um, let me show y'all how much money we be wasting. We waste a lot of money. 27.55 times 52. In a year, if you run hard enough in a year, this is $143,000 that we can invest. If you run, if you making $5,000 a week, okay, 5,000 times 52 is 52 weeks. 5,000 times 52 is 260,000. Okay, that's how much money as truck drivers we have the potential. If you got your own truck and trailer, that's the earning potential you could be making. Okay, gross. Now that's gross. Okay. Okay. Spider 88, just rewind the video. Just rewind the video. I just showed you how to calculate fuel costs. You get your miles and you divide it by the miles per gallon your truck get. You got to know how many miles per gallon your truck get. Some trucks out. My truck gets about 7 miles, 7 to 7.5 miles per gallon, 7.5 miles to the gallon. Roundabout, close. Some guys out here getting 8 miles to the gallon. Some guys getting 9. Some guys getting 6 miles to the gallon. You got to know your truck. So a typical freight line is going to get about 7 miles to the gallon. So you get your miles, the miles that you're going to run, divided by the miles per gallon. It's going to give you the gallons you're going to burn. You get them gallons and you multiply it times the fuel price, and that's going to give you the cost. That's going to give you your cost right here. You really not paying all of that because you got IFTA, and then you get to deduct that on your taxes. So you really only paying, if you do 15%, you really only paying only 15% of that. But that's a sidebar. So if you making $5,000 a week and you out on the road 52 weeks out of the year, that's the earning potential you have, 260,000. We done did these expenses right here. This is the amount of money you got left over, 2,700 a week. This is how much money we got right here to play around with. You already paid yourself a salary. You already eating. You already bought groceries. You bought shoes. You paying the lights at the house. 700 a week is plenty of money. You pay yourself a company driver salary, 7, 8, 900 a week. That's enough money to get you food, light bill, clothes, just, basic life expenses right there. And this money is just leftover money. You got to figure out what to do with this money because you're going to be paying taxes on all this money. You got to figure out what to do with it. So like we said, we can buy some real estate with it. We can buy some mutual funds with it. Okay. So um um so you can buy some real estate with it. Okay, you can buy some mutual funds. Okay, say you want to get into some index funds. Okay, index funds is a type of mutual fund. Okay, so 2,700 a week. My suggestion, you got to go back into my investing videos. I talk about you go back into my investing videos and talk about mutual funds and stuff like that. If you getting 2,700 a week, you can easily you can easily you can easily put 250 a week into a mutual fund, okay, which is $1,000 a month. Okay, and if you follow my videos, my investing videos, you got a solo 401k. I don't suggest getting a SEP. A SEP is bull. I was gonna cuss. A SEP IRA is bull. Okay, it's bull. Don't waste your time with a SEP. a simple 401k is bull. All them other ones are bull. Get you a solo 401k. It's the best one out there. Make sure you have a Roth. Make sure you get the Roth provision on it, because a Roth provision allows you to put money in it, and then once you retire, you get to pull the money out tax free. So you put 250 a week, 250 a week into there. Okay, 250 a week is 4 weeks. That's this is a sidebar. 250 a week times 4, that's $1,000. Okay, going into an index fund. Okay, and you can go on Fidelity, T. Rowe Price, and whatnot, and you can find a good performing index fund, low cost, and this is $12,000 a year right here. Okay, times 12. This is $12,000 a year. It's $12,000 a year, and if you do this for 20 years, okay, you do this for 20 years, you're gonna be good. Okay, I'm sure some of y'all that's watching my videos has been in trucking for 20 years already. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in my calculator. I'm gonna do a monthly deposit of $1,000 a month for 20 years. 20 years is that's 240 months. 240 months. 240 months. And the rate of return is about 10. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look at those numbers. Y'all see that? See how much money that is? Look, $723,000 in 20 years. That's it. 250 a week. I'm gonna let that marinate in your mind for a little while. That's how much money y'all sleeping on. Okay. This right here, a year times 20 is 240,000 of your own money. This is your money. This is what you putting in, 240,000. You don't want this money. You don't want it. This is bullshit money right here. You can't do nothing with 240,000. Okay? 240,000, you can spend that in the blink of an eye. That ain't no money. But if you invest this over 20 years, if you invest this 20 years, okay? Compounded, this right here, 240,000. 240,000 invested 20 years will get you $723,000. Is it 7? Yeah, 7. And that's being conservative. That's being conservative. 723,000. Are y'all seeing these numbers? That's why I wanted to do the whiteboard so y'all can see the numbers. This is how much money y'all sleeping on. Okay. So this is where I was getting with, because this is what the potential, this number right here, $5,000 a week. This is what this potential number could end up being. Okay. It could be more, but when you see these little numbers grow to big ass numbers like this, it's ridiculous. All of y'all watching my videos, some of y'all are company drivers, some of y'all are independent guys, some of y'all are leased on. Y'all are seeing this number, y'all are seeing this kind of money. Y'all are seeing it. Okay. So 723,000. This is a 7 right here. 723,000. That's what's in your account. Now you can't take you don't take the money out. When you turn 60, you don't take this money out of the account. This is an investment. This is a asset. Okay. This right here is an asset. Okay. This 723,000 is an index fund, mutual fund, real estate. Okay. This is what this 700,000 is. Okay. And so when you set up the account or you have some real estate with tenants in them, okay, and your portfolio of rental properties is worth this much right here, or you're getting about 6%, you want to do like a 5-6% rate of return on this money. You want to draw off of it. You want to draw off of it. Okay. You don't want to spend the 700. You want to draw from it. Okay. You want to draw from it. So when you have an index or a mutual fund, Vanguard, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, T. Rowe Price, Edwards Investments, E-Trade. I'm trying to think of all the investment firms out there. I'm trying to think of them all. I can't think of them all, but there's all kind of investment firms out there. Okay. You're drawing 6% of this. Let me get my calculator again. Get the calculator. Okay, 723 times point. Hold on, I did it wrong. 723 times 6%. Did I do it right? 723 times 0.06. Okay, so you got $723,000 invested in a mutual fund. This isn't cash. Okay. This ain't cash. This is what this fund is worth, the value of it. And so you would go into the account and you would set a withdrawal off of it. You can select the withdrawal amount. You can put whatever you want, but I suggest anywhere from 4, 5, 6%. Okay, let's play with 6%. And so 6% of 743,000 is $43,380. That's your pension plan. That's your pension right there per year. Okay. Okay. That's your income when you retire. If any of you guys are 40, you want to do this now. Okay? Because you got 20 years left to get this number. That'll give you 43,000 in retirement. So if you do, and we talking about this is Roth. This isn't a Roth account. I forgot to tell you. This is Roth. We ain't paying taxes on this money. And you're getting Social Security. So if you're 60, you start drawing Social Security at what, 63 or something like that, 65 or whatever. So you start drawing 60 Social Security. My auntie, my aunt, she was getting Social Security. She was getting like $1,200 a month in Social Security. So we can put this as a sidebar. Social Security, $1,200 a month. We can put this down here as a sidebar. Put that to the side because we're going to add that to our investment account right here. This is what we're worth. This is what we own. This is an index fund. We got all the index funds. They come in different names. You got Fidelity. All of them got them. Vanguard got the index funds. You can go back in my other videos when I talked about it before. So you got 43,000 doing a 6% draw. Okay. So you're going to do this on a quarterly basis. So you got to divide this by 4. Most accounts, you can do it monthly, I think, because I was playing with my account and I think you can do it monthly. I don't think you can do it weekly. You either got to do it monthly or quarterly. So if you do it, let's say if you do it monthly or whatever. Hold on, y'all. You hear? I'm doing a video. So if you do, hold on, y'all. So if you do 43,380 divide 12, that's 3615 a month. $3,600 a month in retirement. Plus 1,200. That's gonna give you 3615 plus 12. So because you got to add this Social Security. Social Security is 1,200. Some of y'all may be getting 800 in Social Security. Some of y'all may be getting 1,000. Some of y'all might get 500 a month in Social Security. But it's just a round number. You gotta go on to your Social Security account and find out what that is. But we just using the round number. We just playing around with numbers. So in retirement, you'll be getting 48.15 a month. Just because this guy on YouTube, 404 Trucker, told y'all to do this here. To do this here. 20 years. You know how fast 20 years go by? Granted, this ain't no million, but this is better than nothing. I could play with these numbers and get these numbers bigger than this, but I'm just showing y'all how easy this is. Okay. And we still got, this is just $250 a week. This is just $250 a week. We still got 2755 minus 250. We still got $2,500 a week to play with. We still got $2,500 a week to play with. All right, 2505. 2505. We still got $2,500 a week to play with, man. So since we got our mutual funds out the way, we got our index funds out the way, we can put money back for some real estate. Okay. 20, I mean, shoot, you can put 25, that's 5, 10, that's $10,000 a month that you can put towards some real estate. I know exclamation thoughts, he like Bitcoin. He like Bitcoin. So he can put, okay, times 4. This is 2,500 times 4. This is 1020 a month. That's a month. $10,000 a month. Okay. 6 months. This is 60,000. 60,000. You can go buy a rental property cash. 6 months of running. You run in 6 months and you can pile up 60,000. You still got your retirement, that 250 a week. You still got that. That's going towards your index fund. You don't even touch that. Now you got 60,000 that you can throw at some real estate or Bitcoin. Bitcoin or some Jordans or some 24s on the Chevy. You can put 24s on the Chevy, man. See these numbers, man? They're just numbers, man. You just play with them. You got to play with these numbers. Big Rig Rick said these star rates are through the roof right now. At least 3 weeks to get your authority. So if you yeah, Big Rig Rex, I've been telling guys to get their authority for the longest. I don't know why guys like to wait for rates to go up or something. Like rates always go up and down. Okay. So you can't get your authority thinking that rates are always going to be up when you see them. Okay. You got to commit to the business. And so you just, it's a lifestyle that you just got to commit to it. Do you invest as a company? or personal? Well, when you self-employed, you invest as both. When you're small business, self-employed, um, you know, unless you start a corporation or something like that, and the corporation is paying its own taxes, then um, then as the owner, um, you get you get a salary, and so then you're a W-2 employee of your own business at that point. But when you're self-employed, sole proprietor, you invest as both. You know, it's up to you if you want to put things in a business name or if you want to put investments in your personal. It really doesn't matter because you're sole proprietor anyway, so it don't matter. You take right. This the game right here. This is it. You know, for out of all things you could have gotten into, why trucking? Just curious. To be honest, I got into trucking, man. I just needed a job. I needed something to take care of my family. That was just it. I needed I just needed a way to just take care of my family. And trucking was the fastest way I could do it. So that's just it. Um um it's just with trucking, um trucking just so happened to have a lot of benefits to it. Um Trucking has a lot of benefits. That's why I tell guys to get their own truck and trailer because it's got a lot of benefits. Because as traveling business owners, we get to write off a lot of things. Okay, because that's when all this stuff makes sense. Because we get tax benefits. Okay, we get a lot of write offs. We get to write off everything. Like the average business doesn't get to write off all the stuff we get to write off. Okay, and so we get we get per diem, we get per diem, we get we get a whole lot of exemptions and taxes. It's ridiculous. Um, like that's one of the things I love about trucking. We get that per diem, man. That per diem is 20,000. That's an extra $20,000 deduction. 20,000, 18, 19,000 for every day we're on the road. We get $63 a day. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's one of the reasons. That's And so if you know how to use this right here, this per diem, you can put this $20,000 into a index fund. You can put that 20,000 into a rental property. Okay. So um $20,000 per diem, that's a $20,000 deduction. So it's basically 15% of this is cash. It's not a credit. A credit is dollar for dollar, but not too many industries get this right here. Okay. When we're making this kind of money right here and we get all these deductions and stuff, we get to write off groceries. I write off my groceries, man. I keep my groceries receipts. Write that shit off. Because when we out on the road, we're buying food to eat on the road. That right there. Meals and entertainment. Okay. Okay. Any of you guys that's married, that got a girl at the house, get her receipts. She buying groceries for the kids and all that. Get them receipts, school clothes receipts, and write all that. Because school clothes is uniforms. If you leased on or got your own authority, that's uniforms. The IRS don't know no better. They don't know no better. They don't know no better. You spend $1,500 on school clothes, get them receipts, man, and write that off, man. And so, like with trucking, we get so many doggone benefits, tax benefits. So I love trucking. Okay. Um, We get to hide so much of this, you know. And if you got a big fleet, oh man, this is ridiculous. This right here, there's no reason you should be paying taxes in trucking. No reason for you to be paying taxes. You can make millions of dollars in trucking and not pay not a dime in taxes, except the 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 regular taxes, the if the taxes and all that. But we're not paying earned income tax like the average person does. It's ridiculous. Love trucking, man. And so you can get all this tax savings and dump it into real estate, man. You can dump it into real estate. You can dump it into um, your retirement account, the um, index funds and stuff like that, man. So I love trucking. Right. Because the tax code, the changes in the tax code have made it difficult for company drivers to take that 2601, what is it? The reimburse employee deductions. Um so it's forcing a lot of guys to get that per diem, but they're getting the per diem through their paycheck. Because when I was a company driver, I used to take the per diem on my own. When I do my taxes, I take the per diem on the 26. I think it's the 2601 form. You know, that's the Schedule A deductions. But Trump changed it, so now as employees, you got to get the per diem taken out of your paycheck, and you as company drivers, you can still get it. It's just you got to take it on your as in your paycheck. But when you're self-employed, you can still get the reimburse. You can get the reimbursed employee deductions, but you're self-employed, so you get to deduct everything. You know, and then on top of that, Donald Trump has got the additional 20%, the additional 20% for a qualified business. Okay. If you don't have an LLC, you better go get you one because Donald Trump has added the additional 20% for qualified businesses. It's additional 20% on top of all the other deduction that you it's ridiculous. And so you pretty much eliminate your doggone taxes, you know. So why, you know, this isn't the reason why I chose trucking. It just so happened that trucking just happened to have all these doggone benefits. It's a no-brainer. You get your own trucking trailers. No brainer. Okay. No brainer. And then you got depreciation. You buy a truck for 50,000, okay, and you depreciate it for 3 years, okay, 50,000. That will give you a $16,000 business deduction. You get the right. This is depreciation. If you buy a $50,000 truck, because you depreciate it for 3 years, which is $16,000 a year for 3 years. And so if you gross 100,000, you take 16,000 off your thing, and plus the per diem, that's 20,000. Fuel, you spent $30,000 in fuel. Keep going. It's like taxes, man. Taxes. You pay no taxes, man. In trucking, we don't pay taxes. No, we don't. No, we don't. So if you got a trailer, you spent $20,000 on a trailer, right? You depreciate it for 5 years. You can depreciate a trailer for 3 years, but I want to stretch the depreciation out as long as possible. So 20,000, that's this additional $4,000 depreciation. If you got a trailer for 20,000, that's additional $4,000 deduction. Keep going. And so all this money you saving right here, you dump it into your investments. You put it into real estate. You put it into your retirement, your Roth index funds. You keep going, man. For how do you apply discounts to your Data fuel card? What codes can you get? What you do is you got to call the big fleets and ask them if they have you got to call big fleets around and see what kind of fuel discounts do they have. Call JB Hunt. You can call Swift. You can call Swift. You can call XBO. Call all these companies. Just call them around. Tell them you got to you tell them you have your own Data account and you want to speak to somebody in the fuel department or something like that. The carrier fuel discount, whatever. And so they're going to tell you what the fuel discount is. And basically, it's a form that you got to fill out and you give them your account. It's account code that you have. It'll be a 5-digit number. It'll start with 2 letters and 3 numbers. And then you get that number, you put it on the form, you send it to them, and then your fuel discount will be filtered through their system, and then you're going to get the discounts. So right now I get 12 cents off at Pilot, and I get 6 cents off Speedway, and I get 30 cents off at TAs. That's what I'm able to get. That's what I'm able to get. That's what I'm able to get. So that's pretty much how you do it. It's the best. It's the best thing out here because it's your account and it's flexible and you can do whatever you want with it. You can swap discounts whenever you want to, as you please. You know, I'd be like, man, I don't like this discount. You know, you call the company up. Hey, I want to cancel my discount. You call the next company up. Hey, I want to put the discount on my Data card. And then on your bill, it's gonna have focused. It's gonna say focus. It's gonna have a focus discount, and then you see it when you buy your fuel. When you pull up your account and you look at all the transactions, you're gonna see the discount applied to your account. So if you spent $300 on fuel, well, when you look at your bill at the pump, you're gonna pay that. But when you look at your bill, your account is gonna have the discount on your account. And so your fuel gonna be you paid 300 at the pump, but on your account it's gonna show that you only paid $250, $260, because they're gonna apply the discount. So yeah, you just gotta call around companies, the big fleets. They're happy to willing to do it. Factoring companies got it too. It's just a little form you fill out, and factoring companies got it. Don't let them try to get you onto their fuel card. That's not what you want. You don't want their fuel card. Tell them you already got yours. You just want to apply their discount to your account. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. 65-35. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Forever money. Yeah, this is forever money. If you can get, 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 if you can get 1 million in an index fund, if you can get an index fund that's worth $1 million, and you do a 6% draw. Let's do the math. All right, pull up my calculator. 1 million times 0.06. That's $60,000 a year. Okay. That's $60,000 a year. And if you put that money in a Roth, this is a Roth account. This is a Roth account. This isn't cash. This ain't cash money. Okay. This ain't cash. This is invested in a mutual fund or index, stocks. This isn't cash. But you want to take anywhere from a 5, 6, 7, 8% draw off this account. You just spending the interest. Okay. This account is making 10, 11, 12% interest on it. You just spending the interest. This is the interest that this account is making. This is forever money. Long as your account has $1 million in it, you always gonna get this money for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. Forever. 60,000 every year. Every year. Okay. Let's divide this by 12. Okay, 60,000. What is that? 5,000 a month? Yeah, I think it's 5,000 a month. Divide. Yes, 5,000 a month. I knew it was 5,000 because 5 times 12 is 60. $5,000 a month. Tax free. Because this is a Roth account. Tax free. Because you're going to get the 5,000 and then you're going to get a 1099. You're going to get a 1099. I forgot, it's going to be either 1099 D or something, or I forgot, because this is retirement. So you're going to get a 1099 and then you're going to do your taxes. How much money you made? 60,000. When you do your taxes, your brokerage account is going to send you a 1099 and you do your taxes. And so you got $5,000 a month coming in for the rest of your life. That's it. I don't know about you, but when you're 60, 65, 70 years old, $5,000 a month is a lot of money. You got a car paid for. You got a Toyota Corolla in the yard paid for. Your house should be paid for. Okay. You're an old man. Not to mention Social Security. I forgot about Social Security. Say you got additional $1,000 a month for Social Security. $6,000 a month. Now the Social Security, you might have to pay taxes on that because it's Social Security. You might have to pay taxes on that. But $6,000 a month as an old man, because you was driving down the road for 30 years and you put in 150,000. See, what y'all don't understand, this isn't all your money. This is just the stock market doing its job. Okay? It's just the stock market doing its job. You only put in 100,000, 200,000. That 200,000 grew to $1 million. Stock market doing its job, growing, expansion, doing its job. You just let money just sat in an account and it grew to $1 million. Forever money right here. This is how the rich 1% do it right here. This is it. They have this money invested in pension funds and billions. Corporations got this money invested. This is billions, trillions of dollars. Okay. You got to get you some. Get in the game. Get in. Y'all sitting on the sideline right now. You got to get in the game. This is the game. Okay. You got to get in the game, you know? You get your own fuel from RTS. Yeah, they got a good fuel card, but I don't like having a fuel card tied to my factoring company because it's based on what you factor with them. Unless your card has got its own credit line to it. Um, you know. Um, James Williams said, should I buy my first home to live in or start my first investment on a property? Yeah. And every person that I bump into that asks me that question, I tell them to buy a 4 unit. That's their first property. I tell them to do that. If you're looking for a house right now, look for a 4 unit because you can qualify for better loan products because you live in there. It'll be your be your primary residence. You live in one of the units and rent the other 4 out. You get tired of living there, you move out your unit and rent yours out. Now you got, and say you got, man, I'm telling y'all the game and y'all don't want to do it. Y'all don't want to do it. So say you got a 4 unit. It's a 4 unit. Okay. It's a 4 unit. Okay. 4 unit. You got, say the 4 unit making 900 a month. It's 900 a month. $3,600 a month. Well, for example, James Williams said, should he buy his first property as investment? Yes. Because if you live in one, okay, that's 27. Yeah, that's 20, that's 2,700 a month right there. 2,700 a month. And say your mortgage on this property is 1,500 a month. Okay. 27. You're clearing 1,200 a month. You're living rent free. Now you got to play landlord because you live next door to your tenants. Okay. But I don't care about that. We're trying to build wealth. Okay. I'm looking at 30 years down the road. You clearing 1,200 a month. Okay. That is if you rent the other 3 out. Okay. So get a 4 unit. Yes. As your first property. Yes. Do that. Please. You watching my videos. That's what you're doing. 4 units come in different shape and forms. So you got 4 units that look like this. Um, so you got 4 units that look like this. Okay. You got 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. 4 units come in all shape and forms. Okay. They, sometimes they have like stairs that come up the side to get to get to the other 2 units. A couple weeks ago, I was looking at a 6 unit. Okay, a 6 unit, it would look like it'll look like this. Um, well, hold on. Yeah, that's an 8 unit. I'm sorry. This is a 6 unit. All right. You got this is a 6 unit. Okay. That's and then the dumpster. The the dumpster sent over here on the side. You got a parking lot where everybody park at, right? And then you got a mailbox over here to the side. You got a laundromat. Or if each unit's got its own laundry facilities, or you can have a little side building on the side for people can wash their clothes. That's another source of income. If you got like a laundry room with like maybe 4 or 5 machines in it, and you can charge them $2 to wash the clothes, that's another source of income. You know, that can pay your insurance or that can pay your property taxes, the laundry room. So 900 a month, 900, 900, 900, 900, 900, 900. What's 900 times 6? 900 times 6. It's 5,400 a month. 5,400 a month. That's the game, man. That's it. You got taxes, insurance, but you know, that's the game. That's the game. But yeah, I got a whole hour and 30 minutes on here with y'all. I think it was a good video. I just wanted to do something on this whiteboard. Do a video for y'all. I hope this video. I hope y'all understood this video. I hope so. Because we truck drivers, man, we work too doggone hard, man. We work too doggone hard. We could do this. We could do this. We could do this. We can do it. Okay? Like, we can do this, man. I don't want to see y'all run up and down that road for 30 years and y'all don't have none of this in y'all account nowhere. You can do this. So Roth index fund. Y'all can do this, man. Y'all can do this. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.